Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Brigandine, the Legend of Forsena. Alright, so we're actually just starting out with, what is this, like the third turn technically? I think I might have done some of this in the last video too, but just to kind of refresh here. It looks like I'm moving Sophia and Ryzen down to Gloom, and that's because they've already got the troops that I, wanted to get there, so we're going to try to go grab some dragons in the following turn. So that is where they are headed. I think I've got a couple of other characters here, but yeah, we're doing quests with Azmit, Baleen, and Galenwand. Linus, Kiloff, and Philo are here. Actually, let me just see if we can summon anything here. No, nothing that I want to get. But that's alright. Let's also check equipment. Oh, I never stole Azmit's almighty ring. There we go. Apparently I got a rivet knuckle as a quest reward, so we'll get that equipped as well. And I don't think I can really do much else. Yeah, we're kind of out of other good items, but alright, that looks like that's good. So here also is, I'm going to do a quick save. This turn we may have to tweak with the RNG a little bit, hopefully not, but obviously the top priority here is to take a castle from Asgary's. And, if this doesn't play out the way I want, I'll have to, tweak things, which is really probably just going to be like moving maybe one of these characters to a different castle, because that will tweak the RNG just a little bit. But again, hopefully we won't have to do anything like that, so we'll see. Let's do the let's execute the movement phase, and we'll check also who is here. So Mira and Millet are both here with Roka. Actually, this battle is probably going to be extremely easy to win. Let's check Carnarvon, Gish, Shiraha, and Ivan. Yeah, this looks like it'll be a bit more difficult, although I don't think I'd be too worried about beating these guys either. But yeah, we're gonna go with Mira and Millet. So one other thing, let me take or talk a little bit about some of my goals. Honestly, for this playthrough, it's A, to get all of the knights that I can possibly get. One of those being, or one of the more difficult ones being Schultes and Solil, which again we need to take a castle off of Asgary's for that. Kind of my secondary goal here is going to be getting some of these other knights. I'll just show you some of the other ones that I'm looking at getting. So Carlotta and Lufal are both knights that you'll get from New Almechia if you take over, or if you're the one that defeats New Almechia. Let me just find the list here. Yeah, so we'll get Carlotta and Lufal. If another country defeats New Almechia, you'll get Adelicia and Badarkus. Here's Adelicia. I think that Carlotta is phenomenal. I mean, even Lufal, because they start so low level. It means that their potential is really high, right? Whereas like Adelicia, the biggest issue that I've got with her is she's already level 11, which is fine. She's not like, completely ruined her chances of dual classing, but you can see here, as a Lancer, she's going to have a really bad MP stat. And so, if I were to swap her over to a Enchantress, which is what I would normally do, she wouldn't even be able to cast Geno Frost, because she just doesn't even have enough MP for that. So that means that she's going to level, a lot slower than you'd normally be able to. Whereas Carlotta here already has 419 MP at level 8. She is an absolute beast. So gonna be really gunning for, and that's actually my first goal, right? Is actually to take out New Almechia first, so that I can get these two. Lufal I feel like isn't as impressive because he's a fighter, but it is what it is, and he'll still end up being a really, really good character. Again, because he's starting at level 6. Let me just find Badarkus here. Here's Batterkiss. So Batterkiss is a level 11 grappler, which is okay. I like the, you know, the fact that he is still only level 11, and he is going to have 1 star, you know, because he's basically leveled up from a grappler from level 10 to 11. Excuse me. But yeah, anyways, I think that he is, you know, he's an okay character as well. I don't know. His rune power seems okay, not, you know, not phenomenal by any means, but he's okay. So those are the knights for New Almechia. Let's talk about Carlan next. Carlan is actually going to be probably the trickiest one, namely because Sierra is one of the knights that will be getting, yeah, she's level 15 already. So if another, or well, let me just see here. If you take over Carlan, you'll get Bilcock and Jan Fadar. So here's Jan Fadar, and let me just see if I can find. Oh, here's Bilcock right here. Which these two actually aren't that bad. Jan Fadar is only level 12, and he's a druid, which is fine. And then Bilcock here's already a level 5 priest, so you know he's really solid too. Mostly because of their levels. Although I like to go with you know, having another country take over Carlan, and that way we'll get Sierra again. So here's the issue with Sierra: she's already level 15. It is nice that she's got 1,223 experience to go. I think she actually did participate in a battle though too, so that's actually a little bit lower than, you know, when she first starts the game, right? Because she got a little bit of experience, I think, anyway, from that battle. I actually didn't really check her, or whether or not that was the case beforehand, but anyways, I think that she's fine. So what I usually end up doing with her is, again, because she's already a level 15 sorceress, I'll actually change her to a, what is it, a cleric? I think that's the lowest level of the priest female classes. And then you'll do the 5 levels of cleric, 5 levels of lector, and then and then actually you swap her over to witch, and do 5 levels of witch. You can kind of tweak with that a little bit, right? Like actually when she gets to level 20, you probably want to go witch, actually, to be honest, and then do 25 to 30 as lector, and then swap finally to saint, or end as saint. But yeah, so long story short, she's not, you know, like, I wouldn't say she's like screwed up. It's just, you got to be really careful with her, right? Because there's a really good chance that if you're not kind of containing Carlan, then they'll keep using her in battles and she'll keep getting experience. And then if she hits level 16, then she's basically, you know, her dual class is screwed up. So anyways, the other knight that you get if another country takes over Carlan is Shast. And Shasta's pretty good here too, right? He's starting at level 11 as a grappler. You know, he's got plenty of, you know, room to grow. And he actually is starting at 172 rune power, which is not horrible, but also not phenomenal either. Iscalio I'm not going to really go over because none of these knights I care about. I don't, I basically make Iscalio the last country on the map, and so because of that we won't ever get any of their knights. Although let me just talk about so Iscalio, if you defeat Iscalio, you get Daffy and Victoria, whereas if another nation defeats Iscalio, you get Bagdemagus and Teeth, which I'm not really wild about any of Iscalio's knights, so I'm not worried about them. But anyways, last up really is, let's talk about Norgard. So Norgard, if another country takes over Norgard, you get Fetisha, which is right here. She's pretty good, right? Level 10 Lancer, means you can swap her into whatchamacallit right away. You can change her to Enchantress right away if you want, which is definitely what I would do. So that she can, you know, build up a lot of MP over the course of her leveling process. It does kind of stink though that she does start off with Lancer because, and again, similar reasons as like what was her name? Was it Adelicia? Yeah, Adelicia. She's just not going to have a lot of MP right at the beginning of or when you change her over. So that's going to be tough to actually level her. Let me just find. So Ector is another one of them. I love Ector. Ector's like one of my favorite characters of mine in the game. Actually, very similar to Lufal, where you know he's starting a very, very low level as a fighter, so he's got a lot of room to grow. He does have I feel like a little bit less rune power though, so that can be a little bit annoying, but it'll be fine the way I end up setting him up. And then actually. Norgard, you'll also get Zerafin. So there are a couple of... actually, Leonia and Norgard are the only two nations that if another nation takes them over, you get 3 knights, which again, we're playing as Leonia, so that's not really relevant, but here's Zerafin. So Zerafin starts out as a level 7 mage, and he's already an expert. And that's fine, really, we just want to roll him at the latest at level 10. Because you don't want to go, you know, too much higher than that. Otherwise, he's wasting a lot of, or a couple of levels, maybe I should say. So anyways, yeah, that is the 3 that we're going to try to get from Norgard. Now, so the order, basically, that I'm going to do this is I'm going to take over New Almechia first, and then we're going to take over Asgares. Asgares, you get a ton of knights. So just by beating Asgares, you'll get Fael, Ivan, and Solil, but only Solil if you've recruited Schultes. And then you'll get Mira and Millet as well. So, you know, I won't go over all of those, but they're all very, very solid knights. As opposed to if somebody else takes over Asgares, you'll get Meltorfus and Shred, which I don't think... Meltorfus is okay, but Shred is garbage. Shred is already a level 20. And so, and also you have to do something very specific to make him appear, which I will do. But again, excuse me, we'll get Fael, Ivan, and Solil, and they're all those 3 are fairly solid. Fael is probably the worst of those knights, but anyways, let's get started on this. We really need to take a castle off of Asgares first here, and again, so I'm actually gonna attack Salisbury, which is pretty good that they set up this way, because I really want to come this way anyway, because the plan is to make my way right to New Almechia and take over New Almechia. So that is the plan. Let's make sure that we are attacking, and we'll execute the attack. Perfect. All right. Oh, nope, that's Ascalio invading. That's not good. Yeah, so now I'm going to have to reload here, do a quick load my save. So what I'll do now is, because they've kind of screwed that up, I'll have to try to do something else here. Let's move Asmit over to Gloom and see if that tweaks things a bit. Alright, so we'll execute the move, and now we attack again. I was all excited because I thought that was me attacking, but it turned out it was Ascalio beating me to the punch. Alright, so here's Carleon using Sierra again, which again is a little bit scary. I really don't want to see that happening, but we'll just have to. And there we've obviously changed things a bit here, and now we're able to attack Asgares. But so what I'll do after this battle is I'll just check and make sure that Sierra hasn't gained too much experience. And we should still be good to go. So Mira says, to win a victory in battle means everything to us now. That's right, we must win. That's the reason why we are here. Can't afford to lose. We must keep on fighting until our dreams come true. I know we can make our dreams come true together. Oh, they're sisters. That's right, Mira. Sisterly love. Making their dreams come true together. It's so cute. All right. And Mira Millet are 2 of the knights that will eventually get from Asgares. After you defeat Asgares, you just do you go send your knights on quests, and eventually you'll get Mira and Millet. And I think they're both great. I usually make Mira a sorceress right away, and or an enchantress, sorry, and you know kind of build her as a mage, similarly to. I think it's Millet. Millet is already the sorcerer. And unfortunately, though, that also does mean that Millet is always basically going to end up out-leveling her sister. You know, just because she's kind of got a jump on her in terms of, MP. But again, you know, that's the Enchantress versus Lancer growth. We also got to make sure that Mira and Millet don't level too much. Ideally, I'd have Mira not level at all here, but we'll see if that plays out that way. Because, you know, any levels that you take on her right now means that you know, she's stuck in kind of Lancer growth at the beginning, and that can be kind of rough, right? It'll kind of stunt her growth, or the speed of her growth, I should say. And again, just because it's so much more difficult to level as a class that doesn't have very much MP. So, well, they're really coming around this north side a lot. That's not great. At least they're wyverns, though, and not like a bunch of dragons. Because dragons, you know, hitting my characters with their breath attacks would be not great. Alright, start off with a frost there. And normally I wouldn't break my lines, but I really want to get some of these monsters down early. And since they don't really, or they're not really setting up well on my front line like I'd like them to, I'm just going to do it like this. And I don't think I can actually heal anybody from there. Let's move this up there. And we'll cast a Protect. That angel is messed up the most. Let's see. Does it make sense? Yeah, I think it probably makes sense to blast a Holy Word right away. Just gonna, you know, fast forwarding that up a little bit. It's kind of like just not having to watch the the damage, you know, hit or messages on the enemies. Let's do a Protect on Cat as well. And we'll heal him as well. See if I can take out this dragon. Bingo. Alright, also need to heal this angel. Pretty much back up to full. Definitely use a Divine Ray here. Let's get rid of, or well, this isn't gonna kill this thing, but yeah, I got really, holy crap, I got really close. And I'll just cast Protect on that pixie. Alright, so here's Mira. Using her Goddess Spear. Oof. Miss. Nuking my boy Kill Off, how dare you? Okay, can't actually reach anybody with Frost. That stinks. And I'm gonna bail with this character, or with this monster. Alright, so probably use... I'll use Holy Word again. I'm actually going to do a Halo, though, on her, just to really bump up her experience a little bit. Actually, let me just see if I can weaken anybody else here and put them into kind of kill shot range. Mira's got a Protect on her, so that's not going to do much. Let me just see what the range is here. Might be able to get this one down, too. Yeah, I think she'll do 59 damage with Holy Word for sure. Yeah, that cleared out a couple. All right, that looks really good. Oh, I'm using heal, so somebody's sticking around for another round at least. Ideally, I'd get these guys to retreat here pretty soon, but we'll see. Yeah, Millet, I'm not concerned about her levels at all. She's got 5 to go on that class, so that's fine. It's just Mira. Really don't want her leveling. She's got a ways to go, but still. I actually can take her out this turn, I think. They stayed way too far away from Philo, though. Yeah, I probably should have tweaked my setup, and kind of brought her a little bit closer to the top, but yeah, just didn't think about it. Let's go right here. Yeah, I think between all these characters, I'm pretty sure I can take her down and get her to retreat. Lioness is out of MP, so she's pretty much done now. Don't know if this Phoenix can do 100 damage, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to move it right here though. I got it anyway. Oh yeah. All right, well that's good. That's basically a win there. I'm fairly certain these guys are gonna retreat now. Gonna get a little bit aggressive here at the end too, just to try to secure another monster kill. And that's the nice thing about actually the Pegasus is they're fairly durable. You know, because they're level 10. So let's try a silent on this Pixie just for yucks. Basically, if you don't have really any mana left, you might as well do something like that. Might be able to get this guy down too. 63. Killuff should be able to take it out. What's this thing at? Yeah, 183. Bingo. There's level 8. And that looks like that is it. Yeah, no mana to do anything else. So these should be the retreats. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get out of here. All right, so that's a successful push for the first castle off of Asgary's. Again, you know, had to tweak the RNG a little bit there, which was annoying, but it's better to, you know, lose a whatever, you know, 1 round of questing with whoever that was, Asmid or something, as opposed to, you know, just losing out on Schulte. So we also did snag another Wyvern there. That's. I mean, I'm not really probably going to do anything with that, though. Like I said, maybe I could give that to somebody else, like one of the quest knights when they come back. Right, here's Asgary's invading. Oh, wow, what? Khador, Esclados, and Ranguinus couldn't... Wow, take them out. That's kind of amazing. Yeah, that's actually really surprising. Alright, so here's finally Patronus coming back as well, so that means I'll be able to move those dragons that I summoned into, you know, my main group. Queen Lioness, there's a knight who would like to work for us. My name is Shutlis. Shutlis? I used to be a knight of the Elmekia kingdom. As you know, Elmekia fell by the hands of Zemeckis. I was badly injured and I barely escaped with my life. However, I needed to rest until I completely healed. Your Majesty, my best friend Salil, who is like a brother to me, has joined the Empire. I don't understand why, since he's always been loyal to Elmekia. There has to be a reason for this. I heard that your soldiers are the strongest on the continent, and I would like to join your troops and fight against the Empire. This way I can save Salil as well. Please allow me to join you. Alright. So I usually make Schultes a quest knight, because I think he starts out as like a cavalier or something. Where is he? Oh, I passed him. Yeah, here he is. Yeah, he starts out as a level 12 cavalier, which I don't really like the knights in this game, so I usually just make him a quest knight. I guess I'll just leave him as a cavalier. Not really much reason to change. Okay, let's see where we are at. Yeah, alright, so Patronus has delivered us some dragons here, so let's get rid of some of this stuff. 155. Yeah, look at this. Kill off is just such a beast. I'm definitely going to need another unit here for Linus's group. Probably another caster. I'll need to figure out. Probably going to end up going with a demon, but those can be kind of hard to get early on. I don't remember the castles that have them. I want to say maybe Carnarvon, but we'll see. Alright, well, let's get some people going on questing again. Again, Schultes is pretty much just going to be a quest knight for me. Looks good. Also, let's get some more dragons summoned here. Order. Alright, that group is set, and this one too. Guess I can get another dragon here for Asmid. Let's pick up another pixie too. Just because I can. Order. Alright, and then I'm just going to send these units out to quest. Oops, that's not right. Quest, there we go. Alright, so it's kind of similar reason that I did with, or similar reason to Patronus. I want to send them out to quest so that they end up back where Lioness is at. You know, it doesn't really do that much good to move them to Salisbury, for one thing, because, you know, we're just going to keep pushing pushing towards Elmekia, or New Elmekia. Let me just do a quick save there, though. And I want to check one last thing here. So kill off. If I go back to Barbarian and finish this out, 389. I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Let's go back to Ranger. It's kind of like just not enough experience, I feel like, because any one of these battles that we're kind of going to be doing here is probably going to get a bunch of experience, so I don't feel like it's a good idea to not have him, or to have, you know, to basically to only be able to act. He probably can only act like whatever, maybe 2 times, and we probably don't want to do a kill shot with him, otherwise he's gonna level too much. All right, that looks good. Let's quick save one last time. Execute the movement phase. Also, I should say, keep in mind, I don't care about these castles being lost now. Which is why, you know, Norgard is just going to keep pushing into there, but that's fine. Top priority is to get New Almechia down. So let's see who's here anyway. Soleil. Here's Soleil. So this is the character that we're going to get after we take out Asgary's, because we've recruited Schultes. And you can see there, at level 11, he's got 311 rune power. It's just insane. Like, he's got so much compared to, you know, other kind of similarly leveled characters. Alright, let's do this. Old Trout. I will say, though, early on, you got to be really careful about, you know, letting enemies take your castles. It's gonna really reduce your mana mana gains, I guess. So just, you know, be aware of that. I'm not too concerned about it because I've, you know, played the game a billion times, and it's actually pretty hard to just like straight up lose. Like, you really have to like, you have to let your monsters die a ton if, you know, for it to become an actual issue. Let's go there. Yeah, she needs one more. She needs like an angel or a demon for her unit, because we have a bunch of space now. This unit's position is not right at all, but that's all right. Get it figured out. Yeah, even this Pegasus actually isn't in a great place. Let's get this moved there. That's fine. Kill off up front. Really don't want to put this angel right here, but it's probably going to be okay now. It's got a bit more health than, you know, level 1 health, but still not great. Give that thing a protect. Fast forwarding here to, you know, zip through this movement. All right. Probably still don't want to do any sort of holy word yet. We need to probably one more turn. Let's get a protect on kill off though. And let's move this over here, since it seems like they're going to be kind of gathering up on this high side here. Let's do a Divine Ray on this guy. Really chunk him out there. They've lined up really well to avoid my breath attacks from the dragons. But that's to be expected. Do another protect on, yeah, this wyvern. Alright, and that's that. 142. Can she do 142? Oh yeah. Good stuff. Zip through that. Alright, look at this guy. A knight coming right up onto the front line. See if that works out for him. Something tells me it's not. Coming back for my unicorn, I see how it is. Alrighty, I'm gonna take a quick save here. Let's, yeah, I think this is enough characters to, or enemy units to do to merit a Genofrost. Alright, who's missing health? Really, just this dragon is pretty low. Those Hydras are pretty brutal against dragons, so just gotta kind of be careful about that. Do a protect on this unicorn, because I'm sure this griffin's gonna want to take a chunk out of him again. Alright, so... Alright, question here is, do we breath attack this Hydra? Yeah, I think that's probably a yes, because I'm not really worried about that griffin. Don't know if I'm going to be able to actually take that down this turn, but rather get a bit more onto that. The Hydras also have a really good breath attack, so I really would like to get that taken down, although I don't think that's going to happen. Certainly not with a Holy Word. I could, like, I could definitely take it out, actually, if I used a Divine Ray from Lioness and then a Divine Ray from the Angel. I just don't know if that's worth it. Yeah, let's just do a Holy Word. Drop a Halo on her though again, just to boost up her experience. Not that much experience, actually. Well, I mean, 480 is still okay, but we didn't make any, or didn't do any kill shots or get any kill shots, so... let's see... Yeah, I'm gonna quick save here, too. So, I could actually take Rokad out probably this turn, but... Let's just see... This is gonna do 150... Yeah, I'm gonna have to move this dragon over to take a chunk out of him too. And kill off will get the kill shot. Pow. Can soil the reputation of the Priest Knight Corps. Okay. Retreat? That's what I thought. Get out of here. Just gonna zip through this experience messages. Zip through this stuff here too. Oh, alright, so this is Cortina's recruit. I'm just gonna skip through this, but Cortina's amazing. Oh, Wisdom Seed. Which one is that? That was a good round of quests. Let me just see. Organize. Item. Gigas to Loki. Alright, so that's the black and red element upgraded whatchamacallit? Giant. The Loki's really good. Loki actually eventually will be able to cast Meteor Doom. So I'll have to recruit a giant and get working on that. Let's see here. What do we have here? Oh, here's a demon. Alright, well, perfect. That's what I wanted for Linus's unit, so... Let's get that put in here. I think you can kind of see there, we're not Let me just see here. 7. Yeah. Because of all the lost castles, we're really not bringing in much mana income, which kind of stinks, but that's just kind of going to be the way it's going to go for a little bit. Let's send out our quest knights. I actually want to use Cortina eventually here. She's really, really good. Actually, I might just quest her for a while though first. Yeah, she's really good. And then we've got, who is this here? Chantel. I wonder though. Okay, so it's Chantel. I think I've got Ryzen and then Sophia is going to be in my other kill groups. I probably actually don't want to quest him right now. I probably want to move him. That area is pretty much toast, which is okay. Alright, let's just make sure that everything is looking good here for levels. Yeah, kill off is level 9. Oh, he's almost 5-star. Oh, that stinks. What about if I go... Yeah, same difference. Don't know why I thought that was gonna make much of a difference. Philo can technically class change to Elector. I should say, for me anyway, I absolutely I do not like the Mystic at all. And so actually what I usually do is once these characters hit level 10, I class change to Elector right away just to make sure that you can't, like I can't screw it up, because the problem is once you go Mystic or Elector, you're locked out of the opposing one. And again, since I think that the Lecter is better, definitely like way better, I make sure to, you know, kind of make sure that that doesn't happen, right, and I can't screw it up. So anyways, that looks like that is it for this one. Let me just see, what's our time like? Let's do one more phase here, and then I'll call it on this video. So let's execute the move. Keep in mind that, you know, Chantel isn't actually going to be able to attack, but that's fine. He's just going to end up getting stuck here. And then let's see, who are we working with here? Rangonus, Shiraha, and Caster. Shiraha can be a little annoying. He's got a lot of health at this point in the game. He's only level 14, but he's got 626 health. But we'll see how that goes. Movement. Alright, let's get started here. So being that we are so close to the bottom here, I'm actually going to use this wall as, I don't know, how would we describe that? The wall as a barrier? I don't know. Let's see how this works out though. So 1, 2, let's put him here. This dragon can go here. I'm gonna have to tweak some stuff here, but put the dragon over here. The demon on the front line, which is not that great of an idea right now, but we'll just let it ride. Yeah, actually, I have to move this line. There's We're running out of room down in this area, so I'm gonna have to move everything. That's alright. I might actually have to move away from the wall. Alright, zip through these guys. Just move this all up a bit. turn order got a little bit weird there too, because I think kill-off went before Lioness the last turn, but sometimes that happens. It's a little odd, but I think it's, is it agility? This is 70. She's 67, I don't know. Angel right here, Unicorn there, and Pixie there. Alright, that looks good. It's actually tempting to just rush him right now. It's actually a really good idea. Let's do that. It's gonna put me in quite a bit of danger here, because his next turn he's gonna be able to just open up with some, you know, nasty nukes on my characters, but I think it's probably worth it. Yeah, man, we got him chunked out by quite a bit already. He'll probably get one attack off, and then it's probably gonna be pretty much done. So, Ranguinus is actually a character that we'll be able to get as well. Unfortunately, he's starting out at level 16, and also he's a sorcerer, which I really do not like. I just don't really like the spells that they get. And their upgraded class is the wizard, which is better certainly, you know, because it's like a tier 3 class. But so the one thing that they're missing is Meteor Doom. That's the one thing that I think makes them very much inferior to the Necromancer, which is the upgraded, you know, mage class. But yeah, I think that, well, anyways, long story short, that's why I don't really care that much about what happens here with Ranguinus, because he's already ruined for like kind of multiple reasons. His dual classing is screwed up, right, because he's already level 16. And then on top of that, he's a sorcerer, which is not the mage class that I like anyway. So, you know, it just doesn't really matter what happens with the guy. It's kind of gonna be junk. All right, so kill off hits 10. Oh, and there's the retreat. He didn't even take a turn. Sad. All right, well, that's okay. Kill off is at 812. That's perfect. You know, we're not going to run into any issues there. He's going to have to go back to Barbarian or whatever after this, but do one more level there. Let's see. Hit these guys with the Geno Frost. Just throw out some wild protects, because who cares? Definitely gonna take down this Jin. Probably that Ghoul too. Let's see what a Divine Ray does to it. Might one-shot, yeah, one-shot it. 293, yikes. This'll kill this too. Yeah, only 200 experience basically for that. So, you know, obviously we'll get another 200 experience for the win, but that's not going to put kill off anywhere near, you know, where it would be an issue. Just blowing some mana there. It's going to kill that. Let's see, 182. Oh, yeah, Caster hasn't even been touched yet, so we're not going to be able to take him out. Gonna use a Halo, though, here on Lioness, because she is going to be able to take out that giant with Holy Word. There we go, level 10. Using the Protect here, and that's probably it. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. Oh, that's a shame that Norgard didn't win that battle, because that would be one less territory that I had to take from New Omechia, but... Alright, so there's the Fruit of Vice. I want to say that's to upgrade the Demon into the Well, what would it actually be? It's like Satan into... Does it turn her into Lilith, I think? We'll see here in a second. But it's a good time. We started working on a demon, though. Alright, here's the... Oh, somebody got bit by a viper. That's annoying. That was Cortina. Oh. Beat up the enemies that come after me and beat up those that run as well, right? Guess you haven't looked at the manual I gave you. Fighting is not a matter of theory, but of power. I'd appreciate if you were not so picky about how I fight. You think power is enough to protect the country? To protect the queen? A defeat may lead to the fall of the country. Keep this in mind. Mind your own business. I already know that. I'd risk my life to protect Linus. I won't say anything anymore. I just hope you will be able to protect her in any situation. I know. Alright. Let's do some class change in here. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish off Kill-Off's Barbarian here. And who else do we have here? Philo still needs a couple levels. Oh, here's Sophia. And she's, of course, injured. Who else is here? Asmit. I'm gonna give Asmit's creatures to Cortina, I think. Yeah, because I'm definitely gonna be using her. Definitely gonna be using Sophia too eventually. Well, that's probably okay. Alright, let's check out this Fruit of Vice. Let me just see here. Yeah, Seraph... Oh, I'm sorry. Seraph to Lucifer. That's not what I was thinking. That's the Angel upgrade. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're working on an Angel too, so... Oh, what's this junk? Let's get rid of this stuff. Alright, so we're gonna move Chantel over here. Let's just see. Actually, let's quest, Patternus, Asmit, Isfish Charlie, Alien Gowan. Let's see if there's a perfect. I was missing a unicorn for one of these units, so let's throw that in there. Probably Cortina's. Yeah, it's this one. Alright, well things are coming together here for our second kill group. Yeah, it's looking really good. Actually, it's Cortina's. Alright, so she's at 145 out of 199, yeah, so she's pretty much set. Let's move this, oops, Pixie there. So the idea with this group here is, I mean, honestly, Philo just has a bunch of extra rune power, and I'd rather work on a secondary fairy, which I'll probably end up throwing into Linus's group eventually. You know, which just might as well do that, right, to eat up some of that rune power, because if it's otherwise it's kind of wasted, right? So I'd rather work on leveling up another monster than just not. I'm gonna save my game here and probably end this video, and we'll do the next, you know, like attack phase in the next video. So as always, hope the guide was helpful. Thanks for watching.